Hello everyone, it's me Varus, and in this video I'll be giving you an update on the tropics, the weather that's going on, and now that we're in the fall, little fall stuff, explore fall a little bit further, more into like fall foliage, the leaves changing color, and a quick update on the severe weather as we do have a little burst of some interesting weather ahead. If you do enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing with your friends. Let's get right into it. So first we have our National Weather Service alerts and indices. As always, we go through them first. Map is a little more active compared to yesterday. Got frost advisories in portions in the northwest, winter weather advisories in portions of Wyoming and Colorado, all in the mountainous regions. Further south, some severe scattered thunderstorm warnings, one in eastern Colorado. And then you also have some flood watches posted throughout portions of northwestern Arkansas, northeastern Oklahoma, central and southeastern Kansas, and portions of extreme southwestern Missouri. Further east, you got this little threat of severe weather currently going on in Kentucky, some tornado warnings as well in Ohio, so definitely some stuff to watch out. Further north into north central U.S., got some fog advisories, dense fog advisories. Keep it safe, keep it slow on the roads. And besides that, those are the main highlights that are going on right now. Let's abruptly switch gears and go to the hurricane update, tropics update, and there's a little glitch in the screen. But right now we have, this is major hurricane Gabrielle. Currently, I think a category 3 hurricane, strong one though, very, very defined eye, especially at the end of this frame. Very, very beautiful eye. Thankfully not really affecting anybody except maybe bringing some high clouds to Bermuda, but besides that, it's well on its way out to sea. Gonna continue making a sharp turn eastward, and again, just a beauty to look at, thankfully, and there is nothing coming in harm's way. So if we do analyze the storm, again, really solid eye. We'll pause it just because of the glitch. Bring it to the latest frame. So again, a really well defined eye. We'll see if it goes through any eye wall replacement cycles. Very condensed eye wall, very strong eye wall, classic major hurricane. You got the solid cumulonimbus on the south side. It seems to be a little more, but you got some nuke towers trying to fire up right inside the wall. Probably lots of lightning with this storm, representing a strong storm. Outflow is also very healthy on both sides. North side a little more than the south side, but still very healthy. And this is overall just really well ventilated, well breathing hurricane. That's a major hurricane. It will eventually start to weaken as it encounters cooler waters, but again, it will continue heading out to sea, so no impacts for anybody. Now let's shift gears into a completely different ocean, Pacific Ocean. This isn't even off the coast of Mexico or anything. This is all the way towards Asia. Matter of fact, that is Taiwan, I'm pretty sure, and some of the outskirts of China. This is Typhoon Ragasa. It is really strong typhoon. Was stronger, is starting to weaken just a little bit. Was basically the equivalent of a category 5 hurricane, but in typhoon terms. And again, it is kind of it's jogging a little bit northwesterly, generally heading in a west-northwest direction. It did make a really close pass and the eye did go over some of these islands you see here, and it brought strongly direct impacts to portions of Taiwan, these islands, and even portions of land up here. And again, as this continues heading west-northwest, it'll gradually start to weaken, but again, portions of China, portions of these lands could also get impacted. Matter of fact, already getting impacted with some bands. I mean, you can see, look at that gravity band. Like, this is just a very strong typhoon band. Outer bands continue to impact Taiwan, other areas of land. And again, these are just the storms in the Pacific. Typhoons are just different animals. I mean, you see consistent purple convection wrapping around the whole entire band, and you can see how it's continuing to strengthen, and that eye looks to be going under an eye wall replacement cycle, as is really good outflow and ventilating very well. So even better looking than Gabrielle. Now let's go to the National Hurricane Center itself. So Gabrielle 140 miles per hour. So this is actually category 4 hurricane, if I'm not mistaken. Again, heading northeast will look to weaken later this week. Got disturbance 1, some other areas to watch. This will likely develop later on this week, towards midweek and late week. 30%, 48 hours, 8% next 7 days, but it looks like it will also head out to sea. But this one could get a little closer to Bermuda, so maybe gotta watch out for that. And then disturbance 2, 10% the next 48 hours, 50% the next 7 days. So getting a little more bumped up. And the tropical depression could form late this week as it continues to head further west-northwest and could get really close to islands. I mean, almost the entire Bahama Island chain is in this orange bubble, so we're going to have to watch. Some models do bring it closer to land. Talking about models, we'll just look at some members. So here's our first disturbance, our code red, and again, this will expect to head out. I'll show the frames of where it kind of goes. Some uncertainty with this, not as many members, but some that still bring a developing storm, and then some start to already curve it out, but some bring it closer to the U.S. Either way, it will be developing over islands and pretty close to land. So let's go 180 hours out, and again, there you have it spread. Honestly, consensus over Bermuda, so we're gonna have to watch that right there. I think that's Bermuda. Hold on, let's go back 0 hours. Okay, yeah, so right here we're gonna have to watch. I mean, it gets covered in models, and then some of these models bring the storm, this AOI kind of close. One brings into Cape Cod, but not as much guidance support, but we'll have to watch as there's been some uptick on guidance with that, especially on deterministic models like the GFS. So severe weather, did say was going to take a look at this. Some slights everywhere. Got a tornado risk in Oklahoma and Kansas. Wind threat 15% and hail threat as well with some hatch risks. Going to day 2, you have a marginal risk actually for the mid-Atlantic. This could have a wind implications, nothing much. Back towards the deep south, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, you do have a slight risk. Tornado, wind, hail, all hazards on the table. Day 3, a marginal risk for the south. We'll have to see what type of hazards those are as we get closer, probably by tomorrow. And then lastly, do want to show this map, sorry. Kind of in a rush. But this is September 22nd's estimate. And this shows kind of the fall foliage, the leaves, and they're already turning colors across the entire northern portion of the U.S. You can go onto this site. It's called Explore Fall. Getting later into September, you can see that color changing, spreading south. Moderate red is the peak, and then brown is past peak, and then we get into winter, baby. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest.